Hey guys, welcome to Trademanza's YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to understand the impact of Russia-Ukraine invasion on Formula 1. If you guys want to understand stock market or US market or crypto market, then you guys can follow our YouTube channel. We have uploaded a lot of videos in which we have covered the basics of stock market, the basics of crypto market, and we have taken it to advance. And if you guys want to play free stock market games or free US market games, free crypto markets in which you can earn real money, then you guys can download Trademanza from www.trademanza.com or the Play Store. And let's start today with the Russia-Ukraine invasion on Formula 1. Right. So Formula One, which is many people love watching Formula One. I'm one of those person who likes watching Formula One. I look forward to weekends where there's races. So they announced that they have terminated the Russian Grand Prix because Russia invaded Ukraine, and the Russia and Ukraine invasion happened on around 24th of February, and the build-up was happening from a long time, and all of a sudden Vladimir Putin asked Russian troops to enter Ukraine and attack Ukraine cities, and we at Trade Ones are very sorry about it, and we wish that this invasion stops as soon as possible and everything comes back to peace. And Formula One told that they have terminated its contract with the Russian Grand Prix promoter, meaning Russia will not have a race in the future. The Russian Grand Prix, which is held in Sochi, and one of the most look forward race in the weekend, and it happens in around September, where all the drivers go to Russia. They go to Sochi. There's this place called Sochi where it's usually summer and it's very lively, not like the cold. And the Russian Grand Prix has terminated that race. And one of our beloved drivers, Mr. Valtteri Bottas, who used to drive for Mercedes before, he is usually the winner in this Grand Prix, won't be able to race in this weekend. Now, Max Verstappen, the current world champion, told that when a country is at war, it is not right to run there. In fact, there are many other drivers too, like Max Verstappen, who have come forward and told that what is happening in Russia and Ukraine is not fair and they should not race. Even Lewis Hamilton, who is very vocal about it, is usually active on his Instagram. He keeps on posting stuff about Russia, Ukraine, and it's completely against racing in Russia. Even Sebastian Vettel, who drives for Aston Martin, the four-time world champion with Red Bull, told that he came forward. He told, for myself, for my own opinion, is I should not go. I will not go. I think it's wrong to race in a country. So a lot of drivers are coming forward, and this season or next season, I hardly doubt that there will be a race in Russia. He also told that I'm sorry for the innocent people that are losing their lives, that are getting killed for stupid reasons and very, very strange and mad leadership. If you guys know that the leader of Russia, who is Vladimir Putin, he has lost his mind pretty much because he's not listening to people. He has gone into sort of a dictator mode, and they have attacked Ukraine because of all this. Now, there are other sports too, just like Formula One, who have come forward and are banning Russia. We have FIFA and UEFA, who have suspended Russian national teams and clubs. In fact, FIFA is the organization which conducts Football World Cup, and they have told that there will not be Russian teams participating in this year's World Cup, which is going to happen in 2022. And UEFA is the place where it's an organization which conducts a lot of club matches, like European clubs compete with like American clubs, or it usually happen in Europe. Like, let's just say a club from Spain competes with a club from England, like Manchester United versus Real Madrid, or Italian clubs. So UEFA, which conducts all this, won't allow Russian teams to participate in this year's club. We'll learn more about it in the next video, where we'll explore about what all impact this Russia-Ukraine has happened in football. Now we'll try to understand this very important term, which is very important to understand all this full Russia-Ukraine chaos, right? What is a Russian oligarch? You might have heard of this term oligarch a lot, and we are trying to explore and I'll try to simplify it as much as I can right now in this video. So if you guys know that Russia, before it was Russia, it was USSR, or Soviet Union. It was a very big country in the world, and then 1990s, this USSR split into many different countries like Russia. We have this Hungary, or all this Ukraine, all this small countries it split into. So before, it was very big. And what happened in 1990s, that when this USSR split, a lot of companies went private, right? A lot of government controlled companies went private, and a lot of these individuals went and took control of these companies, and it led to privatization. They took control of this company through unfair means, and usually they were USSR officials. Like, let's just say, as I told, USSR was a big country. It had a lot of military officials, a lot of top officials in politics and all those things. So they acquired all this property of government and privatized them, and then because of this they became very rich, because they got hold of all these big companies. And obviously Russia became a very good economy later on, and they benefited a lot from it. They became very rich, and in the next video we are going to understand a lot of more what which has happened with Russian oligarchs. So since 2017, many Russian oligarchs and their companies have been hit by US sanctions under countering American adversaries through Sanction Act for their support of the Russian government's mail-in attack activity around the globe. So if you guys know that Russia is the home of hacking, it has been involved in a lot of things which involves hacking and stealing information. They are always in a war with America, and these Russian oligarchs, who are usually friends with friends, they are they are friends with very politicians, or even, in fact, even the president, like Vladimir Putin. So they are friends, and they fund all these malicious activity which leads to downfall of America. So because of that, America has been coming and banning all these Russian oligarchs, taking their properties and taking their boats, yachts, whatever, as much as they can, and they're putting as many sanctions as they can on their companies. So these Russian oligarchs have been supporting Vladimir Putin a lot, and they are one of the main stakeholder of this Russia-Ukraine crisis. And we are going to learn a lot more about this action, how other European companies are tackling all this Russian oligarchs. So now we are going to look at a lot of Russian oligarchs and who they are. These are just some of them. There are many other oligarchs too, but some of them, their name, I'm so sorry for pronunciation. Their names are Roman Abramovich, Oleg Derispaka, Alshar Usmanovic, Vladimir Potanin, Mikhail Prokhovo, Gennady Timchikino, Vaget, and many more, right? These are just some of them, and they have big companies which trade in the Russian stock market. And yeah, so now what happened, we'll come back to the Formula 1 topic, right? Firstly, all the Russian Grand Prix is cancelled, and the second is impact on Haas. Now if you guys know, Haas is one of the teams of Formula 1. Out of those 10 teams, one of them is Haas, and Haas Formula 1 team has terminated its contract with its Russian driver Nikita Mazepin and sponsor Urkali. So Urkali was one of the sponsors of Haas, and the founder of Urkali, or the one who has the majority of ownership in Urkali, his son Nikita Mazepin is the driver. Because if you look here, Urkali, right, Formula 1 is sort of a rich sport which requires a lot of money. So usually what happens is all these billionaires, and they sponsor one of the team, and then in return their son will be the driver of their team. Like if you look at Aston Martin right now, we have Lance Stroll. His father is a billionaire in Russia, in Canada, I'm so sorry, and he has sponsored Aston Martin team, and because of that Lance Stroll drives Aston Martin. Even though Lance Stroll is not that good of a driver, because of his father he's able to drive Formula 1 team. So it's a rich sport, so usually rich people take advantage of all this. So Haas F1 team has elected to terminate with immediate effect the partnership Urkali. Urkali is one of the company in Russia, and its driver Nikita Mazepin. So what did Mazepin comment on the situation? I'm very disappointed to hear that my F1 contract has been terminated. While I understand the difficulties, the ruling from FIA plus my ongoing willingness to accept the condition proposed in order to continue were completely ignored, and no process were followed in this unilateral step. To those who have tried to understand, my eternal thanks. I have treasured my time in F1 and genuinely hope we can all be together again in better times, and I will have more to say in the coming days. So this is what Mazepin told. Obviously he was disappointed with the fact, but yeah. Now this is the founder or the deputy chairman of Urkali and the father of Nikita Mazepin. His name is Dmitry Mazepin. So if you guys can see that they are close, they are close with the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, and this photo was in fact taken after the invasion of Ukraine. So they have been in close contact, and because of all these situations, has terminated contract with Urkali and Nikita Mazepin. Now in the next videos we are going to learn a lot more about the sanctions which all these oligarchs have been put under, and a lot of their boats, how their yachts are being taken by European countries. And if you guys want to learn much more, then please download Trademanza. Please follow our YouTube channel. We have made a lot of different videos where you can learn a lot of things. Thank you so much, and follow for more such content.